Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that may or may not be 5 minutes. Today in the news, Sony is working on a new AI to help me become a better player. Not me, you. To help you become a better player. Because boy, do you need it. So we all know the reason why games are increasingly more popular year over year. Unlike other forms of media, the interactive element of games allows us to take direct action, to control the progression, to make choices and influence the game. However, sometimes those things can be a little challenging. Sometimes it's just trial and error until you win, which for a lot of people with not a lot of time or not a lot of skill, it's kind of a pain in the ass. And yeah, I know some of you are gonna be like, but that's the point of games like Elden Ring. They're supposed to be hard. But times are changing and more people are getting into those hard games for a myriad of reasons. Sometimes people just want to see the world, or they get caught up in the hype of the moment. Elden Ring was huge for this. People just wanted to experience it because everyone was saying how good it was. And so people were like, I'll check it out. And sure, they got hit with that wall immediately, like I think all of us do, but people came up with creative ways to get through that. Like Crendor, for example, didn't kill anything. He just wanted to see the world. And that, I think, is something a lot of people wanted to do. They just wanted to experience it. And so the idea of making things a little easier without having difficulty settings is something a lot of people have been thinking about, especially those over at Sony. Sony has filed a patent for a new AI system which will generate a personalized training model for players who are struggling with parts of a game. The AI will study your gameplay style, and if you're like me, let's face it, you suck at parrying, so you compensate by dodge rolling. And that's your play style. And even though everyone on Twitch chat is like, bro, parry that thing, you don't do it because you know you're not going to do it well, and you don't want to sit there wasting everyone's time when a good dodge roll will do. Well, anyway, this new AI is going to look at my amazing dodge rolls and see that's how I play. So it's going to help train me to get through parts of the game that I'm stuck on based on that information. The Game Rant article mentions that it's similar to the totally awesome Ghost Runner system from the criminally underappreciated Titanfall 2 story mode, which lets you, the player, see through the correct route of a platforming sequence. A trial and error gameplay loop is so popular in video games because it provides players with a challenge and allows them to overcome it in their own time, which leads to a greater sense of accomplishment when they do. However, this isn't necessarily the best way to teach users to improve at a game like Elden Ring. In no medium other than video games are struggling users expected to simply keep attempting something without any advice until it finally clicks. And I completely agree. We have it instilled in us as game players very early on that if we want to beat something, if we suck at a thing, get good, right? It's just figure it out yourself, learn how to do it yourself. If it's dodge rolls that's going to do it for you, that's what's going to do it for you, but just do it your own way. And I think that one, it prevents us from playing the way we probably really should be playing, learning to parry or whatever. And two, it makes us less receptive of help. I know, for example, if I'm playing a game on Twitch and y'all are telling me I'm doing something wrong, I'm not going to listen right away. I'm going to sit there and try to do it my own way so I can prove you wrong, that I knew what I was doing, that kind of thing. When oftentimes you're just trying to help me, and I am not very receptive of that help because, again, like I said, we spend all of our time figuring it out ourselves. It's get good is the attitude, right? However, frequently, when I do listen, your advice does pay off. And I think that can be translated to this AI system, which is like, if players have that earlier on in their gaming career, if they start playing games and they have a little buddy, that little paperclip thing pop up and be like, yo, let me help you with this. You're having some trouble. It might make people a little more receptive to that overall help. And honestly, I'm kind of here for it. But let me know what you think. Is it too intrusive? Do you worry that it's going to ruin the gaming experience? It's going to ruin your flow? How often would you love it to show up? Would you even want it at all? Does it ruin everything for you? I don't know, but I would love to hear what you have to say in the comments below. Anyway, it is Monday, so that means it's time for new releases. Tomorrow, our cute week of animals just giving us feels begins with Endling. Extinction is forever. You take on the role of a mother fox, the last mother fox on Earth, as you attempt to feed, shelter, and protect your cubs. In case you couldn't figure this one out, it is an eco-conscious side-scrolling adventure where you have to keep your eyes out for both man and beast to stay alive. Also on the same day, if you're ready for humans to already have ruined Earth and you're a cat person, Stray knocks the water glass off the table of your life. Play as a cat lost in a cyberpunk city, meet a colorful cast of robots, and learn about the world of tomorrow. I've often been told that I have the attitude of a cat, so I can't wait to live the life I was always born to lead and be a sassy feline. Then, on Friday, Live Alive or Live Evil, as it should be called, the remake I've been dying to play is finally here. The RPG from the mind behind Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy IV, this classic that was never released outside of Japan, is coming to Switch. Now, with rearranged versions of the original music by the Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy XV composer, and look at this thing! It's gonna be amazing! I'm so hyped for this, man. Hype! I'm also hype about patreon.com/Jesse Cox, that's where I went with it, where you can hang out with Luca Noson, I hope I got that right, Jordan Groves, and Radon Max. Anyway, that's it for the show. Thank you so much for all the thumbs up and the support and the sharing and the subscriptions lately. I love y'all. It's been a blast. Thank you for your just wonderful comments as well. I hope to see some more this video too. Anyway, that's it for the gaming news. What'd I just say? I said something. I'll see you tomorrow.